So I'm doing a cheese crisp with tortilla scoops, and I'm making my own guacamole, and this is for my kids to watch. Do I have any kids? I don't know, but let's just say that I would do this for the kids or my kids, in that I have tomato and avocado and onion for the guacamole, and then garlic powder and paprika, and then this cheddar cheese is gonna go on it with these Tostito scoops. And I would show you how I cut most of this already, but some I'll show you how I scoop out the avocado. And after you cut an avocado, this is how you would scoop out the seed. And then this is avocado that's been in the refrigerator. I had already cut it, so it's a little brown. But this is newer avocado, and I would take out the seed. And that's the oven ready for the to melt the cheese, just to melt the cheese. And then I would show you how I would cut an avocado. I would cut it like all the way around. Cut it all the way around even. Cut all the way around even. This is sort of difficult because of the serrated knife that I'm using, but then you just, this isn't coming out so good, but you would tear it apart. This didn't come out so good because it's a hardened. I bought this avocado today. The other ones I had earlier, so this is it hasn't been softened. You need the avocados to be soft, but not too soft that they're getting brown. Avocados are tricky because they mature right before your eyes. And I'm getting a little messy here, but I need this avocado because I don't have enough. And that you would know that avocados are expensive, and they should not be, because they grow everywhere in California. They grow a lot of avocado, and they should not be so expensive, because generally in the store, and now I'm putting the tomatoes in there, generally in the store they do not sell them, so they end up with a lot of avocados getting too ripe, and then they have to dispose of them, and most of the public does not know what to do with avocados anyway. So it's the type of economic situation where I'm cutting the tomato now. It's the type of economic situation where there's three components to a good economy. And I saw this banker at U.S. Bank. I wanted to talk to him when things were getting crazy. I said, you would like to see low inflation, a strong dollar, and a lot of the strong dollars. The strong dollars and a lot of the strong dollars. And this is how I'm cutting the tomato. A strong dollar and a lot of the strong dollars. And low inflation. And this is something that you'll never hear the economists say, because they're too busy playing petty games with people's minds and hearts. But you want a strong dollar, low inflation, a lot of dollars, but there's a fourth component, in that you want things to cost not so much either, that prices be low too, to have things not cost so much, for prices to be low. So, and that's what The economists always think you can't have all of them at the same time. But that's how they like to spin it. And I'm not really with that philosophy. That there always has to be winners and losers, and all that happens is the same people keep on winning and the same people keep on losing. And you know, people can have less dollars than other people, but that doesn't mean you take away their purchasing power altogether. I don't think that's appropriate. Especially now that are you guys watching how I'm cutting this onion up? Especially now that we know what the show's all about, you know, I mean, people should be able to purchase avocados and make guacamole, you know, I mean, for real. So I cut it down the middle. This guy Ron showed me how to do that. Cut the onion down the middle to be able to take the skin off it. I'm sorry I'm not more skilled with the knife, but I'm doing the best I can. And then what I do is I chop it up into little pieces. The onions. I chop it up into little pieces. And then it's quite laborious, but it's worth it when you get it. If the avocados are ripe and you mash up everything nice and good, it's worth it. So now I put the onions in as so, and I don't want to go too long on this, otherwise I would cut more onions. But I get a fork now, you see, and I mash everything up. And I try to get it whereas the tomatoes are sort of melting. I mean, not you know, like decomposing in the mix. And you can't really get this anywhere. Cheese crisp is what they call them in Tucson, where they will serve you a big, like a pizza, except it's tortillas, and it's sliced. Oh Jesus, too much paprika. But I just put garlic powder and paprika in there. And they serve the guacamole on the slide, and the tortilla is cut up into little squares. One big tortilla, and it's hard, and it's pretty good in Tucson. This costs the same amount of money to make as you would get there, but you made it your own, so might be a little better. So now I'm taking these scoops. I probably should have done this ahead of time, but I'm laying out these scoops. I'm laying out these scoops in the pan. And trust me, if you put these all together, it's going to be more than you could handle by yourself when you're done with it. The scoops I came up with for this purpose, really, which wasn't the worst idea in the world, trust me. So then I take the guacamole and I put it in the scoops. And this may take a second. I hope I'm not too long. I lost track of time. And then salsa when you're done. Salsa, maybe salsa. It's not so necessary because the guacamole has garlic powder in it. And the garlic powder provides a pretty good flavor. Just try to keep things interesting, you know, and this is pretty tasty, trust me. If you haven't done this before, it could be quite rewarding when you're done. So this is what I do now. I take this cheese and I put it over. And I'll take a picture of what it looks like when it comes out. I'm not gonna go much longer with the cheese. Goes on, and then the oven's been preheated to 350 and it'll just stay in there for about 2 minutes until it's melted.